a Glam ham and I'm a big salty chunk of pork. I've been putting lipstick on a pig since 1978. Do the math. I'm the love child of Jimmy Dean and Bob Evans. Most kids grow up with some delusion of grandeur, like, I'm going to be an athlete, I'm going to get sponsored by Nike or Adidas. I'm like, I'm just trying to get picked up by Smiths, the people who make my favorite wieners. I'm in my divorce era. Right. I know, I stepped on this stage and you guys thought, that is one big dyke up there. Everybody's always like, have you ever coached softball? I'm like, yeah, I've never heard that before. I don't know. Do you drive a Subaru? I'm like, no, I'm a comedian who's also a substitute teacher. I definitely am in a Kia. So for the last 20 years, parents would always say to me, Miss CF, do you have any of your own children? And when I would tell them no, they would be so surprised. I'm like, why are you shocked? I've been trapped in a classroom with your teenagers for the last 2 decades. In case you didn't know, your kids are not an aphrodisiac. Anyways, so I was on Tinder for a minute, and I had no idea, because I was married for 23 years, I had no idea that you could order wieners online. I had no idea. I mean, I was out of the loop for a long time. I'm like, wait a minute, you mean that you can swipe right and a wiener shows up wherever you want it? So it's like, ladies, it's like Dick Dash out there. Never mind DoorDash. Chubhub, right? And for those of you who don't know me, I stepped on this stage and you thought, oh no, she's getting her tail on Beaver Eats. We know it. So one of my dear friends who's a priest, he says to me, because look at my body, I'm going to sin. He says to me, Lisa, do you want to go on a mission trip to Africa? And all I heard was, do you want to do missionary with a group of Africans? I'm just like flashing back, and I think many of you in the crowd, maybe around my age or older, will remember the National Geographic magazines, which was my first porno. Where those women had those long boobs. My dad used to call them tits on a towel rack. Lord, okay, so nothing says like I'm ready to get back into the dating pool, like moving in with my mom. My mom can't hear anything, which is very nice when you're bringing men over to the house. So you're welcome to come over whenever. You too. Okay? I'm collecting gentlemen tonight, even though you thought I was collecting ladies. I get it. It's just that, like, I told my hairdresser when I started traveling more for comedy, I was like, can you cut my hair shorter so I look like a lesbian, because I'm obviously very stacked. And I need men to quit hitting on me. And I think it's working. People are thanking me for my service, which I like. Let me tell you that it's very humbling to move into your childhood bedroom as a divorced woman, because you have to move your adult toys into the same drawer where your Beanie Babies are. I was a school teacher. So what I want to tell you is but what I want to tell the parents out there, which is that parents, we actually hate your kids. We hate them. We hate them all, even the good ones. We really don't love them. Like, we tolerate them, but we don't love them. So when I left my 20-year teaching job to do comedy more full-time, I really tried to find the wins, and I was like, man, I'm really going to miss the hot dads the most. And kids would come up to me always at the end of the school year, which is the worst time to ask a teacher a question, because the filter is off. Summer's coming. They'd be like, hey, are you going to miss me when I graduate? And all I wanted to say was, I'm not going to miss you, but I'm going to miss your dad so hard. I am going to miss your dad